The stone bridge at Westminster that opened in 1750 was considered a triumph and painted by many artists, most famously Canaletto. However, scouring undermined the foundations over time, and the bridge lasted 1 century only. Thomas Page was appointed to design the replacement, an iron 7-arch bridge which opened in 1862. The bridge has been very much in the centre of things since, and has appeared many times in film, as well as witnessing lots of events. Amongst the most interesting of these were the attempts to walk across the riverbed at the supposed site of the Roman ford. First attempted by Lord Neil Buxton in 1952, he had to swim across the middle and blamed rain in the Cotswolds. Next, it was attempted by Ian Spofforth in 1967. He had the advantage of being 7'2", but still relied on assistance from a pole in the dinghy.
Considering its location, Westminster is a very modest bridge. The palace next to it is an example of British Gothic design at its greatest, whereas the bridge is much simpler and isn't lavished in intricate details. Charles Barry was taken on as architectural consultant, so the new bridge would blend in with his new Houses of Parliament. The bridge does, however, have a more subtle link to the palace. As I mentioned last week, the green paint matches the benches in the Commons. And there is one small detail that's also worth mentioning: the royal arms on each of the spans.
During the construction of the first bridge, piles were driven in by Swiss watchmaker Valois' method of using 3 horses walking around a windlass to lift a heavy weight, before releasing it onto the pile. In 1747, scientist William Watson laid a wire across the new stone bridge. It set up a circuit involving the aforementioned wire, a Leyden jar, and the Thames. The joins between the components being provided by men touching them with their hands. The flowing of the current was proved by shocks received by the men. The second bridge uses wrought iron in the flat crown of each arch because of its extra strength, and cast iron elsewhere, and has lasted for over 1.5 centuries so far.
The first bridge at Westminster opened in 1750, with the current one opening in 1862.
There are 248 metres of river to traverse at this point.
The clearance is 8.8 metres,
and there are 6 piers in the water, making a total of 7 arches.
123,000 people cross this bridge every day,
along with 4,700 tonnes of freight. What do you think of this bridge?
Rate it by clicking on the link in the description.
And you will contribute to the popularity rating of the trump card.
If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already.